Hello peeps, and welcome back to the Quill Oracles. It's your literary oracle here, Amanda Clark. And can I say the sun is finally out, and after what felt like an endless cycle of rain, grey clouds, soggy air that clings to your skin like an over-enthusiastic toddler, I finally found myself out on the golf course this morning. And oh my goodness. There I was, strutting down the fairways, swinging like I knew what I was doing. Don't ask about my score. The sun was on my shoulders and the palms swayed like they were applauding my mediocre swing. And I found myself completely immersed in the light, the colour, the atmosphere, and then bam! It hit me right here. This feeling. This is what a book cover should do. It should pull you in with a whisper what's inside. The same way a sunny morning on the course pulled me out of bed. So, my friends, let's talk design. Let's talk about how your book feels before a single word is read. Welcome to episode 6, Designing Books, Covers, Layouts and Aesthetic Energy. And hey, a quick plug, if you haven't grabbed your copy of the Angelic Oracles, it's my pocket-sized book of daily divine whispers. Flip to any page and get a dose of angelic wisdom when you need it most. Think cosmic comfort, food for your soul. Available now on the bookshelves at Words of Wisdom, korupublishing.com. The cover is your book's aura. Your book cover is the vibe. It's the energetic handshake, the flirty wink from across the bookstore, the siren that says, "Come closer. I have something important for you." Let's start with the physical texture. Gloss versus matte. Gloss covers are loud, proud and shiny, reflective, and often bold. They scream, "Look at me." These covers are perfect for books that want to be seen, heard, felt right away. Think of self-help guides, business handbooks, motivational manifestos, anything where the reader is actively seeking change or transformation. Gloss finishes offer a sense of urgency, a kind of electric energy that says, "Read me now, I'm packed with insights. I'll change your life before your coffee cools." The smooth, almost slippery feel of a gloss cover gives off a modern, upbeat and slightly playful tone. Think of bright colour palettes, big fonts, powerful vibes. It's a great match for self-development books where you want the reader to actively engage and do something with the content. Or adventure novels with high energy and plots and bold characters. Use gloss for comedy memoirs that lean into wit and brightness. The gloss shines in the sun, literally and metaphorically. It reflects a sunny disposition, a fun, approachable vibe. It's perfect for a book that says you're going to enjoy this ride and maybe learn something too. Matte, on the other hand, is like a whisper, velvety. It absorbs the light, it pulls you in, feels luxe, grounded, a little mysterious. There's quite elegance to a kind of stillness that says this book holds weight. When a reader picks up a matte finished book, the tactile experience already begins to soften their pace. It sets a different tone. Matte covers are ideal books for spiritual or meditative books, where readers are meant to slow down, reflect, and connect inward. Melodramatic or literary fiction, especially with emotional or dark themes. And matte is great for thrillers or mysteries that want to hint at something hidden beneath the surface. Romance novels that lean into tenderness and intimacy. Think of the 50 Shades of Grey. In short, if your book is sacred read, a quiet transformation or a soul-stirring story, go matte. I chose matte for the Angelic Oracles because the experience needed to feel intimate, personal, soft, sacred, and the matte finish was a gentle exhale, spiritual nudge saying, hey, you're safe here. So when choosing between gloss and matte, ask yourself, what feeling do I want my reader to have in their hands? Is this a book a punchy wake-up call or a quiet conversation? I'm inviting energy in, or am I grounding it down? Your cover finish is part of the hook. It's part of the energy exchange between you and your reader. Choose wisely, choose intentionally, because sometimes the way that your book feels physically is the very thing that gets it picked up in the first place. Then there's colour. Bright colours bring energy, confidence, and immediately think orange, vibrant reds, electric blues. They wake you up. They work wonders for motivational content, high energy topics, or anything that just says, let's do this. Mottled textured or pastel tones bring depth, and cloudy watercolours bring purples and soft greens, and they feel intuitive, emotional, layered, perfect spiritual books, poetry, or anything meant to be savoured. And fonts, oh my god, don't even get me started on fonts yet. Fonts are the voice your book before a single word is read. Serif fonts, Times Roman numeral, or Georgia bring traditional authority, and I mean business academic vibe. Sans serif vibes like Helvetica and Arial, clean, modern, and straightforward, great for accessibility and minimalist energy. Script fonts feel personal, artistic, and emotional. They can be overused and display fonts, usually sparingly and with purpose. They're exclamation points of the font world. Your cover should align the energy of your message. You want your book to feel like a warm hug, using soft colours, rounded fonts, matte finish, wanted punch into soul, bold fonts, colours. It's the matte one. Remember, your cover is not about what looks trendy. It's about what feels true. Interior layouts that don't make people cry. Okay, Gen Xers, let's talk about the inside of your book. Remember opening a CD insert and being excited to read the lyrics and liner notes because the layout felt cool? That's the vibe you want in your book. Layout is about an invitation. If the cover owes your book's handshake, the interior is the comfy lounge chair you're inviting your reader to sink into. And nothing ruins the mood faster than janky formatting. You know the type, narrow margins, fonts that look like they escaped a 1997 PowerPoint slide, pages so crammed with text you get a headache just looking at them. I've made that mistake. So here's what your layout needs to do. Breathe. White space is not wasted space. It's oxygen for the reader's brain to leave room between paragraphs and around the edges and between sections. Think of it like the chorus in a song. You need the pause to feel the message. Flow. Your headers, body text, and subtext should all play nice. Use a clear font hierarchy so people know what's the title, what's the subtitle, and what's meat. Be consistent and keep your formatting tidy. Same indent, spacing, same font styles throughout. If your headers change size halfway through, it's like watching someone change outfits mid-conversation. Weird and distracting. For the Angelic Oracles, I made sure each message stood alone. no long, overwhelming pages. One page. Each page has space around it because I wanted the reader to feel like they're opening a door to one sacred whisper at a time, not getting blasted with a megaphone of wisdom. Here's a hot tip. Print out a few test pages. Better yet, read them aloud. Feel how the rhythm of the page flows, and if it feels clunky, it probably is. Number 3, the energetic flow of aesthetic choices. This is where your mystical side gets to party with your practical brain. Every single design choice, from page numbers to chapter headings, has vibes. Yes, actual energetic vibes. You're not choosing fonts and colours, you're crafting an emotional experience. Think about when you walk into a room that feels good. Maybe it's the lighting, or the smell of the scents, or the way the cushions are perfectly plumped. Your book can do the same thing with colour schemes that reflect emotional warmth tones for comfort, blues and purples for calm and mystery, earthy tones for grounding. Symbolism. Even your dividers, those little doodaddies between the sections, can carry meaning. I use feathers, stars, or celestial cues in my oracle books to tie that into the divine connection. Fonts with soul. I said it before, but it bears repeating. Fonts are energy. Clean sans serifs feel modern. Soft sans serifs are thoughtful. Script fonts feel personal, but can get overwhelming if overused. Match your font to the mood you want to create. Before laying out a new project, I often pull a tarot card and ask, what energy does this book want to carry? Then I look at my design choices through that lens. We're Gen X. We've been around enough to know when something feels off. So trust your gut. Trust your aesthetic energy, your book's atmosphere. Set it with intention. Number 4, when it's worth hiring help and when to trust your gut. Now, let's have some real talk. Canva is amazing. I love it until it's not. Yes, it's affordable. Yes, it's accessible. But if you find yourself rage clicking the alignment button or throwing shade at your own font choices after the 3rd coffee, it might be time to call in the big guns. Here's my take. Trust your gut to start. You know better, your book better than anyone else. Start with a mood board. Gather fonts, covers, textures, Pinterest, inspo. Define your book's vibe. It's your energetic blueprint. Then outsource it if it kills your joy. Fiddling with margins makes you want to stab a printer. Get help. A good designer will translate your vision and bring polish to your passion. Just make sure they don't get your tone. They don't let the stranger turn your heart project into a corporate brochure. Even when you hire someone, stay involved. Give your designer keywords like grounded, mystical, empowering, gentle. Send them reference covers you love and a paragraph about your ideal reader. You're not just designing a product, you're building a portal. Number 5, your book is an oracle. Let it shine like one. Whether you're writing fiction, poetry, a divination tool, or your life story, your book holds guidance. It's an oracle. Not because it has wings or chimes or gold foil, although gold foil is very nice, but because it holds a piece of truth, a moment of connection, and the power to move someone's soul. So don't be lazy with your design and don't rush it. Pour your love into the packaging, just like you did into the writing. Give your book a design that reflects its spirit. Ask yourself, what does this book help people feel? What is the transformation in it, and what does it offer? How can I reflect that in a way that it looks and feels? Because here's a kicker. A well-designed book doesn't get picked. It gets remembered, and it becomes dog-eared and bookmarked and becomes friends. Final words. And that, my creative soul tribe, wraps up episode 6. I hope that you're now looking at your book not just as a manuscript, but as an energetic experience, from cover gloss to font curves, sacred white space between paragraphs, and it all matters. Design with purpose, lead with energy, make it beautiful in the way that you define beauty. And if you need inspiration for how that looks in action, go grab the Angelic Oracle at CoreyPublishing.com. She's got wings, wisdom, and some serious glow. Until next time, peeps, keep conjuring, keep creating, and as always, the answers you seek are within.